Okay, so here are a few ways to search. We're starting from the library's website. It's library.ucsd.edu, and you can see this big search box here as UC Library Search, which includes books and articles and reports and documents and news stories and maps and data sets and audio and video, sort of everything you can think of. And so we're going to start with our keyword search here. We're doing guns or firearms, so either of those evenly weighted terms, and violence and policy. So again, our search is on gun violence and policies around gun violence. So we're going to go ahead and click search. And you can see we have over 15,000 results, and we have all sorts of different types of results. We have books and videos and probably some articles, a whole bunch of things here. So that's probably a little bit too much. So you probably want to refine your results in some way. So you can refine by type. So you could see about 5,000 of those 15,000 are newspaper articles. You can refine by date. So maybe we would just want to look at articles from the last, or articles and resources from the last few years. So we'll say, I don't know, 2017 on. And so now that got rid of a third of our results. We still have a bunch of videos, books, lots of books. Maybe we just want to look particularly at scholarly articles or articles. Let's see. So we're going to limit down to articles, and then we can decide if we want to look at specifically peer-reviewed articles, maybe to get the most scholarly articles. And you can see we've got results here. If the full text is available, to link out to the full text. If the full text is not available, we can request it through interlibrary loan. But the algorithm here, when you do relevancy ranking, should favor full text articles. You can search by the most recent if you want to do that. So you can see the absolute newest articles here. One thing that I found, a lot of students will just search for the most recent and not specifically for scholarly articles or books. And what happens is you wind up with a lot of newspaper articles, which may be useful to you or they may not be. So just sort of keep that in mind if you're looking for particular types. Another trick that I mentioned in the slides is that you might want to look specifically for evidence synthesis, which is a research methodology um, where researchers will review scholarly literature and synthesize the findings. So this is a great way to get a lot of bang for your buck if you're only trying to look for one or two articles that give you a lot of information. So the most well-known and detailed evidence synthesis methodology is called systematic reviews. It's really popular in medicine, but there are other types of reviews that can be done a little bit more quickly, like a scoping review. And so to give you an idea of searching here, let's see if we can come up with a search for that. Okay, so this one's kind of long, so I had to consult my notes here, but you can see we're still doing the same guns or firearms and violence and policy, but then we're also adding in these different terms. So I want systematic review or scoping review or rapid review or systematized review or meta-analysis or synthesis. So those are some of the big types. And so we're going to just do that search again. And you can see this time we have way fewer results and they should cover a lot more ground with the policy. So that's a good trick if you're just trying to find a few resources. Okay, so we're going to go back to the library's homepage and we're going to look at some other databases as well. So we have a lot of specialized databases